I left this movie theater completely speechless. That's how good this was. I had no idea what this movie was going into it because I only saw one trailer for it, and all I thought was, oh, it's that one scene from Jaws where the guy's in the cage and he like falls down. It's gonna be like a whole movie around that premise. No, I was completely wrong. It didn't pretty much had anything to do with that except they were in a cage and there was a shark. That was really the only two things that were similar about these two movies. Before I get too ahead of myself, I have to talk about the acting in this movie because it was pretty good. The two main characters, the two sisters, they were fantastic. I don't think I've ever seen them in any other movie, but they were really good. And I was pleasantly surprised of how good this movie actually was. Because I had no expectations going into this whatsoever. But I had expectations for the house. That's kind of sad. Okay, at first, at the beginning of this movie, it's kind of slow. That's my only complaint about it. It's at the very beginning, it's sort of slow. But to this movie's credit, when I heard the premise of the movie, two women are trapped in a cage at the bottom of the ocean at 47 meters. Okay, that's the basic premise of the movie. And I'm like, okay, the whole movie's going to be building up to that, and that's going to be like the one climactic moment. No, there was like, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes of other movie, and then it jumped straight into being underwater. I was super surprised of how long they were actually underwater, and that helped this movie a lot, because it built character while also being in a really scary situation. I might actually like this movie a tad bit better than Jaws, because look at it this way. If you take the shark away from Jaws, the story wouldn't be there because what's scary is the shark. If you take the shark away from this movie, it's still a really good suspense movie because the shark is there to kind of increase suspense, but if you took it away, it would still be a really suspenseful movie, and you wouldn't necessarily need the shark. Also, Jaws was made in 1975, and there were a lot of drawbacks with making that movie. One being the animatronic shark would spaz out all over the place, and it was really hard for them to actually film the shark, which is why there's really not that much shark in the movie. Going into this movie, I'm like, okay, they have none of those limitations. This is going to be a shark movie with human characters. No, they didn't really use the shark pretty much at all. There was a few scenes where they was there, but again, that wasn't the scary part. It was the situation, which is a great movie where you can take something away from it, but it's still a pretty darn good movie. That's how you can tell it's a good movie. Another way you can tell is when I was sitting in the theater, right before they actually went into the water, I leaned over to Cameron and I'm like, why am I nervous? I'm in a theater. There's no problem here. But it got me nervous in the movie. It was actually a really, really good suspense movie. It was handled really good. I really want to talk about one specific part of the movie that I thought was the best part of the whole thing. But I cannot because it's a spoiler. So instead, I'll tell you, go watch this movie. If you haven't seen it, go watch it right now. Seriously, just drop everything and just go to the theater and watch it because it's fantastic. You need to see it. If you have seen it, tell me what you thought of it in the comments down below. I am going to give 47 Meters Down a Z, which is the best rating a movie could possibly receive.